Disobeying one's parents, smarting off, back-talking, or doing anything to cause them grief has to fall into the category of sin. The Bible is brimming with commands for children to honor their parents, the most famous being found in the 10 Commandments. But what if a child sneaks away from his parents while traveling and hides out for 3 whole days without them knowing where he is? And what if, upon being found after 3 days of anxious searching, instead of apologizing for making his mother worry for 3 whole days, he makes a smart remark back to his own mother and asks her why she was looking for him? I know in my own case, I wouldn't be able to sit down for a while, that's for sure. When they had finished the days as they returned, the boy Jesus lingered behind in Jerusalem, and Joseph and his mother did not know it. But supposing him to have been in the company, they went a day's journey and sought him among their relatives and acquaintances. So when they did not find him, they returned to Jerusalem, seeking him. Now so it was that after 3 days they found him in the temple, sitting in the midst of the teachers, both listening to them and asking them questions. And all who heard him were astonished at his understanding and answers. So when they saw him, they were amazed. And his mother said to him, "Son, why have you done this to us? Look, your father and I have sought you anxiously." And he said to them, "Why did you seek me? Did you not know that I must be about my father's business?" About 60 seconds. That's the time that would transpire between my smart retort and the thrashing with a large tree limb I'd receive for my efforts. Jesus is depicted here as not only disobeying his parents, but once found, instead of an apology, he has the nerve to ask his mother, "Why did you seek me?" And this after being told by his mother how upset he has made the both of them. As if that wasn't enough, he insults his own father, Joseph, by referring to his heavenly father and claiming that God's business was more important than obeying Joseph, his earthly father. Perhaps the teachers in the temple forgot to teach Jesus the 4th commandment, to honor thy father and mother. We all know what a hypocrite is. It's someone who says one thing but does another. For example, in the 1960s, someone who verbally supported equal rights for African Americans publicly, but then attended Ku Klux Klan meetings in secret, would be considered a hypocrite. Basically, this person is a liar. Let us now consider some of Jesus' teachings or commandments. He frequently called the Pharisees hypocrites, among other choice words. He even used analogies such as needing to remove the plank in one's own eye before removing the speck of dust from someone else's. In other words, he was calling them hypocrites both explicitly and symbolically. But did Jesus ever ignore his own commandments? Did he ever ignore any of the Old Testament commandments while advising others to keep them? Jesus commanded us to love our neighbors as ourselves. Love your neighbor as yourself. There is no commandment greater than these. But did he follow his own commandment? He answered, "I was sent only to the lost sheep of Israel." These 12 Jesus sent out with the following instructions: "Do not go among the Gentiles or enter any town of the Samaritans. Go rather to the lost sheep of Israel, and as you go, preach this message: the kingdom of heaven is near." But she came and began to bow down before him, saying, "Lord, help me." And he answered and said, "It is not good to take the children's bread and throw it to the dogs." Jesus commanded us to love even our enemies. "But I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you, do good to them that hate you, and pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you." But did Jesus actually follow his own edict? "Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For ye are like unto whited sepulchres, which indeed appear beautiful outward, but are within full of dead men's bones and of all uncleanness. Ye serpents, ye generation of vipers, how can ye escape the damnation of hell?" How did Jesus treat the people in the temple who were selling animals for use as sacrifices? And when he had made a scourge of small cords, he drove them all out of the temple, and the sheep, and the oxen, and poured out the changers' money, and overthrew the tables. Aggravated assault with a weapon in a public place and destruction of private property doesn't seem to fit his commandment found in Luke chapter 6, to love your enemies, do good to them that hate you, or the one found in John chapter 13, a new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another, even as I have loved you. We might say that attacking strangers with a whip and flinging their possessions across the floor tends to contradict Jesus' commands on love and anger. And besides, no matter what the people were doing in the temple, it did not justify Jesus physically attacking them with a whip and destroying their property.